The Housemaid is a 2025 thriller directed by Paul Feig. A struggling young woman is relieved by the chance for a fresh start as a maid for a wealthy couple. Soon she discovers the family's secrets are far more dangerous than her own. Paul Feig, it's been a while, hasn't it, man? Since the whole Ghostbusters debacle back in 2016, I honestly have not seen much of Paul Feig. I did remember A Simple Favor, and I think it got a sequel that did not do as well. But A Simple Favor, in my opinion, was kind of a return to form for Paul Feig in terms of good quality filmmaking. And Ghostbusters 2016 was anything but that. So, when I heard that he's directing another movie, I was hoping he continues this streak. And yeah, this was a pretty decent little thriller here. If you saw the trailer, you pretty much get what you expect here. Sydney Sweeney plays this housemaid in the film, and Amanda Seyfried in the film is acting very weird around her and her family, especially from the day after she gets hired. She just starts going on her, and she becomes really two-faced, and I really like the movie for being able to question her intentions for a good portion of the runtime. For a while, I wasn't sure what was going on with this character, and by the third act, when things start to unravel, I was genuinely surprised as to how well maintained the twist was and what her character motivations end up becoming. It never felt confusing. I did not feel like I was robbed of any tension. It felt like a natural progression of the story that we uncover that connects to our main character in very similar ways. And so these two characters, this housemaid and this wife, and how they butt heads with each other and how that relationship grows more tense as the film goes on, is pretty engaging to watch, and it's all helped due to Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried's great performances in the film. Sydney especially, really good. I'm always happy that she's actually a genuinely good actress, because I think a lot of people know why there are a lot of fans of her out there, but in clips I've seen of Euphoria, and in some other movies I have seen her in, she genuinely impresses me on how good of an actress she could be in terms of horror movies or comedies, and now thrillers, because she sells a lot of intense scenes, especially in the third act, where things do get pretty gruesome and brutal. And the way Paul Feig was able to handle said tense scenes is pretty good. He lingers on so many disgusting shots that get you all clenched up, and you just feel uncomfortable in a good way. And when the third act comes around and things start getting crazy, I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as possible. The whole movie feels like it's finally letting out its steam and just unloading all of its crazy ideas on you. And so, all in all, I think in terms of being a thriller and keeping you tensed up with the mystery and how the characters act with each other, is pretty good. And this husband character that we see be very nice to everyone is pretty likable, but when you see him be like constantly nice all the time, you start to feel like maybe he is also hiding some deep secrets and maybe in on the whole thing, and we don't know how. And we're given a lot of reasons as to why these characters act the way they do, and so you don't really know who to trust in this family. The only person you can trust is their kid, but she is apathetic, or seems apathetic, to what's going on around her, and doesn't like the housemaid here at all. I think if I were to have any problems, I feel like there's a good portion of the film where I felt like it was just dragging on a bit too long in terms of a romance brewing between the characters. And in terms of pacing and directing, I cared about that at least. It just felt like one of those romance novels that you see in the book section at your local Kroger that has a really hot guy and woman on a bed in the cover. It felt exactly like that. And I know that's like the point of this part of the film, but it felt like it was dragging on way too much. And I wasn't really caring much about the characters at that point. And these aren't the deepest characters. These aren't sophisticated like characters that you can uncover layers and layers of. Like, you understand them, you understand their motivations, how they are the way they are, but it's nothing that you haven't seen before if you've ever seen a romance thriller like this. And overall, the whole movie just felt good to me. Nothing felt exceptional. I just had a good time at the theater when I watched this. I watched it back a couple months ago. I did not have time to review it. It just came in one head and out the other. Like, I had a good time. I felt like talking about it because I want to try and catch you guys up on all the 2025 films I've seen lately. So that's why I'm reviewing it now. But overall, I just thought the movie was good. I don't think it is an absolute 10 out of 10, but I don't think it is bottom of the barrel awful. I think it's a really good time, and if you like romance thrillers, I think there's enough for you to be engaged with in this film, and it will keep you on the edge of your seat, as well as satisfy those romantic elements that young adults love to watch. But if this is not your kind of film, it's not going to change the game or change your mind. I recommend you watch something else that's more your kind of film or kind of thriller. Overall, I had an enjoyable time with it, and I'm going to give Housemaid a B. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.